Hi, there's something we can do. Just had a little thought about this to potentially combat deep fake-ism. If you don't know what that is, just look up deep fakes and AI, and it's the capability of AI to create deep fakes in terms of fake images, um, specifically, is has gotten more and more powerful, like exponentially more powerful within the past year or two. Like just if you just look at the images, they're just way better now, and like it's almost getting to where it can be hard to tell, even if you're aware of the phenomenon. So, for example, like Trump hugging Fauci was a recent deep fake meme or whatever it was. Um, looks kind of real. Then there's deep fake Tom Cruise, who's like this YouTuber who only talks as Tom Cruise. It's pretty good, right? But like in a year, it's going to be scary good, probably. So, um, one way we can combat that is potentially. So I don't use filters when I film myself. Intentionally, I don't use them because I don't want to touch up my appearance. So like I'm recording on Zoom right now, which is a terrible way to film, but whatever. So you know how you can do like touch up appearance? So I always have that box unchecked because ethically I don't believe in it, because for me we were supposed to be getting less and less superficial as the years went by, and less and expanding the standards of beauties and the acceptance of what's aesthetically pleasing and so on, but still believing in beauty, but like expanding it. And I feel like we're not really as much as we should have been. Like just for example, like in what's it called, American Splendor, the movie starring Paul Giamatti before he was famous, about the comic artist, Harvey something, Harvey. He's famous, sort of. Um, he has his shirt off in the movie, and his back is hairy. Right now, that's not something you would ever have seen in certain decades or periods or whatever of mainstream feature films, specifically Hollywood, right? And so I was like, oh, this is good. They're like sort of pushing the boundaries a little bit, like making it a little more real, you know? And now with the advent of like Instagram, everything is more digital, more fake, more touched up. I mean, this is way beyond Photoshop in terms of like models in a magazine having a little bit here and there photoshopped. Now it's like the entire waist is skinnier, the hips are wider, the this, the that, and people aren't realizing that it's fake, um, mainly because it still triggers the same brain hormonal, whatever, sexual intrigue, interest response in the typical male or whatever. So, anyways, perhaps if we all just don't touch up our appearance, like I'm not saying look as bad as you can, but I'm just saying like just be real as you, as natural looking as you can be. You can still wear makeup and stuff, but don't digitally touch it up. um, then it'll be easier to tell when something is digitally touched up, because right now everybody is digitally touching up just by default. They don't even know that when they go on Zoom to a meeting, like it's probably that checkbox is probably checked, touch up appearance. So that was just my idea. Is like, maybe that would be cool. Like start a little social movement of like undigitize the face, like, or something. Um, because for me, I wasn't, I don't, I haven't been touching up my appearance since I started using Zoom, because I found it to be so annoying initially when it was so obvious that some people were just so digitally touched up on Zoom. And I was just doing it as sort of a moral thing. Like, you guys, this is not cool. We're supposed to be getting more real, less superficial, and we need to evolve as a species. And this somehow relates to that. So please join me in not touching up your appearance. You can still try to look great in real life. I'm not saying I look great right now, but don't digitally touch up, man. It's not real. It's fake. Okay. And or if you wanted to do it, like get a little more into it, download OBS Studio. which is like what all these like cam models use to like totally touch up their appearance, and even like you can be look like a different person and stuff. But then maybe you could just do a tiny little bit of filtering or something if there was one little specific thing. But don't just click touch up appearance, because it's gonna, you know. Um, let's keep it real, y'all. All right, peace.